G'day. There is a hidden cost that could be silently killing your small business. Do you know what it is? Opportunity cost is the value or benefit of one thing that has to be given up for the sake of getting something else. So it's essentially the trade-off that we make. And in any business, trade-offs are a reality. There's always a limit to the resources that we have, even in the biggest of businesses. But in smaller businesses in particular, and especially in owner-operator types of businesses, the opportunity cost impact can actually be much greater because you don't have any other alternatives. And so the opportunity cost, for instance, of spending your few $100s on marketing that you have for the month on Facebook ads is that you cannot do an influencer campaign or you cannot put an ad in the local paper. And if the Facebook ads don't work, then that's it. The opportunity cost is that you can't do those other ads and all of a sudden now you have no other marketing coming in. Or the opportunity cost of you being the person as the owner of the business that actually creates and runs the Facebook campaign takes you out of the operations for a certain amount of time. And so that's time that you could be otherwise building relationships with your guests, or maybe getting that rebooking, or maybe getting increased retail sales, or maybe doing more training with your team. So again, as a small business, as an owner-operator especially, the time is possibly the most, well, not possibly, it is the most valuable resource that you have. And so whereas in a bigger organization, we tend to think about opportunity cost in terms of the deals or the business or the contracts that we have to forego for the sake of doing some other type of business. In a small business, the opportunity cost is really more about the time. How much time are you going to spend doing that you could otherwise spend doing this? And frankly, even in bigger organizations, I mean, it's the reason that I'm talking about this today is that it's a conversation that's come up a lot for me over the last couple of weeks, because we've had a lot of little opportunities that are going to take a lot of time, and they're not necessarily going to generate a great return for us, decent return, but not great. Whereas part of me wants to be chasing those bigger opportunities that could actually move the needle for us. And so I have to make that trade-off in our business as to whether or not we're going to devote the time and energy, not so much the money, it's more about the time, whether we're going to devote our time and energy on these 4 or 5 smaller projects, or am I better off taking those few people that are involved in those smaller projects and focusing them all on trying to get the bigger fish? So it's a trade-off that is a reality for all of us in business, but it's particularly relevant when you are in a small business, owner-operator type business. And I think the most important thing to think about is not the monetary value when you're in a small business. It's your time. Your time is probably the most valuable thing that you need to put into your business, and not just your business, your personal time. The opportunity cost of putting all your time and energy into your business is maybe that your family is going to get neglected. Maybe your wife is going to feel unloved. Maybe your husband is going to feel that you're not there. Maybe the kids are going to say, where's mum, where's dad? So, I think the opportunity cost of time in a small business in particular is critical. And I think in a small business especially, we have a tendency to go for the opportunity cost in terms of dollars and cents, where we should really be thinking about opportunity cost in terms of time. Just a few thoughts on that silent killer that is opportunity cost. Alrighty, I thank you for tuning in. I will be back again tomorrow. See ya.